spin. Exactly high. Man, probably shouldn't start this yet. No, it's
We got.
Yeah, it's jumpy right here too. It's the internet. It's not pretty good.
I use that pen real quick. Ready?
I'll bring it out.
73, 61, and yeah, let's try it now. Because right now it's still at 2, but might have to run it anyway.
See, I was gonna say that.
Shot on us here.
What? Turn it to that side of the court.
No, just
Not yet.
When I'm not paying good.
Hey, Ben. It says take a 3-minute break, but look up there and don't, whatever, if there's only 1 minute left, take 30 seconds, whatever. Just, yeah.
So if there's not 3 minutes on the clock,
Just look at it, take 2. If there's like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, take 2. If there's 1 minute and 40, take 1. You know, just so we don't go into the,
right
yeah.
into the game.
Yeah.
Got it.
and then pick up the fouls on this side too. And then every 3 quarters is right in there.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything changed with the screen, David.
What's that?
Nothing changing with
I know people have already telling me that.
Well, right now, we're connected to the Verizon building. That one.
No,
Thanks a lot. We are live here at Maryville High School getting set for Oak Ridge High School basketball. The Wildcats warming up. They're going to be taking on the Maryville Rebels. Don't have much time here. Let me get Ben George in here to tell us a little bit more about tonight's ball game.
All right, thank you, David. Welcome back to Maryville High School in the final game of tonight's Renaissance Bank Christmas Tournament. Tonight, the Wildcats are taking on host Maryville Rebels in the semifinals. The Wildcats reached this game by defeating the Hampton Bulldogs 75-51. Maryville also won with ease, knocking off the North City Panthers 61-45. Maryville enters tonight's game with a 7-5 record and are riding on a 4-game winning streak. They have consecutive wins over Sequoia, Alcoa, Walker Valley, and Lenoir City. Their 3 other wins have come against Sequoia, West Green, and Harriman. Their losses have come to Stone Memorial, Sevier County, Webb, West, and Baylor. The Wildcats have 2 common opponents, with Maryville being Sevier County and Alcoa. Oak Ridge swept Sevier County and defeated Alcoa as well. Oak Ridge is 11-0 on the season, but are facing an always tough at-home Rebel team. This is the first meeting since the 2021 region tournament that the two teams have played, with the Wildcats winning the game at the Wildcat Arena 64-49 to end their season. Maryville's last win over Oak Ridge came in the 2020 region championship game when they knocked off Oak Ridge here at Maryville 61-48. Both teams would win their sectional games, with Oak Ridge beating Science Hill and Maryville beating Dobbins Bennett, but both teams were denied a trip to the state tournament because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series 24-22. The Wildcats' first ever game as a program was against Maryville in 1943. Maryville won that game 44-21. Maryville would go on to beat Oak Ridge twice that season, but their first win would come the next season. Oak Ridge opened the 1945 season with their first ever win over the Rebels, 32-21. This will be the second time Oak Ridge has played Maryville here in Maryville in their Christmas tournament. The Wildcats played in the tournament back in 2010. The Wildcats opened with a win over William Blount and then pounded Siegel, setting up the championship game with Maryville. Oak Ridge would end up winning that championship 70-53. The Wildcats beat Maryville 3 times that season, which happened to be Coach Aaron Green's first season at Oak Ridge. The winner of this game will take on the Stone Memorial High School for the championship, as they won their game right before this one over Sevier County 73-61. Tip-off for tomorrow's championship game will be at 7:45 p.m. The losers will play one another for the third place game at 5:15. All games will be broadcasted here on FM 92.7, prepradio.com, channel 15, and streaming live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Today's corporate sponsors are the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, the ORUD Oak Ridge Utility District, Mortgage Investors Group, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance. Earlier today, the Lady Wildcats were defeated by the Thomasdale Knights 52-48. Oak Ridge will return to Greenville tomorrow to take on Mercer County from Kentucky, who lost to Knoxville Catholic by a score of 56-46. Depending on the outcome of tonight's game with Maryville, for the boys will determine if we can broadcast both games tomorrow. The girls will play at 3 o'clock, so it doesn't give us much time to get down here to Maryville, but we shall see how that goes. Tonight we're live at Maryville High School in the semifinals of the Renaissance Bank Christmas Tournament, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. David?
Good job, Ben.
Welcome back to Maryville High School, getting set for Oak Ridge High School basketball. It'll be Bryson Comer to jump against Alex Acard, and we're about underway. The ball is controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here from Maryville High School. We apologize for the choppiness of our stream as Caden Breitharp is going to drive in for a shot. It's up, no good. On the rebound will come the Maryville Rebels. They've got the basketball in the right corner. The Wildcats come out in their cardinal and gray jerseys. The Wildcats coming without with Grayson Strader, Brennan Scott, along with Travez Thomas. I'm hesitating. I'm watching the stream here as they launch a three. It's up, no good. Rebound to the big guy. Goes in for the shot. Good. They score with the big guy inside, and that is the big guy, number 4, Alex Acard. They worked the ball to Grayson Strader for 3. It's up. Good. 3-point shot for Grayson Strader, and the Wildcats take the lead 3-2. 7:14 to play here in the first quarter, just underway. We have a bad internet signal here, and we can't do anything about it. Just telling you all that right now. It is going to be choppy. The audio should be working fine, and hopefully it'll clear up before too long. Wildcats putting on the press. They work the ball in. And it comes to Acard down the left side. It goes to number 23, Matt Clemmer. Clemmer walks the ball across the midcourt circle, dribbles off to the right side, picked up by Grayson Strader right here in front of us. We're at Maryville High School, Oak Ridge on top 3-2. 6:45 to play in the first quarter. They throw the ball inside to Acard. Acard swings the ball for a three. It's wide open. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Grayson Strader. Strader with the basketball to Thomas. Here comes Thomas coming down the floor for the Wildcats, giving it up to Grayson. Swings the back to Thomas. Dribbles in, penetrates, lost the dribble. Finds Brennan Scott free for a three. It's on its way, no good. Hits the rim, rebounded by Grayson, up good. Grayson Strader has all 5 of the Wildcat points here. 5-2, Oak Ridge in the lead over Maryville. Here come the Rebels down the floor. Acard with the basketball in the rear court. Switch underway, 6:11 to play in the first quarter. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge took the ball to the left corner. They've got a three. It's up, it's no good. Rebound, Bryson Comer. Comer looks for help, gives it over to Thomas. Quez brings the ball across the line. Oak Ridge on top, 5-2. Here it goes to Bryson Comer. He's going to shoot a three. It's up. No good. Battles, grabs his own rebound, finds Caden Breithart free. Back to Grayson. Wildcats setting up their offense. Caden dribbles, drives, takes it to the hole. Good. Caden Breithart off the glass, and Oak Ridge leads Maryville 7-2. Here come the Rebels facing Oak Ridge's full court presser once again. They've yet to get the ball in, and they will not because a timeout is asked for by Maryville. Great defense by the Wildcats. 5:30 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge on top 7-2. Let's take a quick break. Welcome back once again to Maryville High School here. They're having trouble getting the ball in, and they're not going to. There's 5 seconds. So the Maryville coach had to call a timeout just a moment ago to save possession, and they couldn't get the ball in. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Quez Thomas to work the ball in, looks for help. Inside it goes to Bryson. Bryson looks for help, swings it back out to Breithart. Caden Breithart's going to attack to the left, goes inside the paint, takes it strong to the hole. Good again. Caden Breithart scores, and the Wildcat lead is 9-2. Here comes Maryville down the floor, moving left to right. With the basketball will come number 12. That's Jonathan Woodley. He dribbles left, and then he's fouled by Grayson Strader. Personal foul will go against the Wildcats. That'll be their first team foul. It'll be the Rebels with the basketball side court. Quentin, good start for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
As the Wildcats back on defense here, it'll be the Rebels trying to work the ball in, and they do, and it comes to Jonathan Woodley. Woodley's going to be picked up by Brennan Scott. Behind the back dribble, brings it across the midcourt line, attacks to the free throw line, goes in, and he's going to be held and fouled. They went in for what was going to be a dunk. It was a charge taken, but before that, before he ever took a shot, there's going to be a personal foul against the Wildcats. 5:02 to play. Comer with it to Quez Thomas. He brings it across the line, back to Bryson. Bryson looks inside Brennan at the free throw line. There's Grayson. He's got a three. It's on its way. No good. Rebounded by Bryson Comer. Turning, spinning, wanting to shoot. Mep says it's a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball to Maryville. Barry Mapp doing the broadcast, on our broadcast today. He is the official here, my least favorite official in the history of basketball, as Maryville barely saves the ball in, and they're going to bring the ball down the floor. Woodley harassed down the floor all the way in, works the ball across the way, thought about it, shoot a three. The Wildcat press causing them to speed up considerably. They're dribbling with the basketball, number 22, Nick Johnson. And the Wildcat lead is 4. 9-5 the score, 4:12 to play here in the first quarter. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. The Maryville crowd making a lot of noise. Grayson Strader, NBA range three, no good. A little impatient right there. They're going to work it down for a dunk. Good. They score with Nick Johnson. I know when Grayson is free like that, they want him to shoot, but that's a couple times way outside of his range perhaps. Here's Quez Thomas with the basketball. Oak Ridge's lead is only 2. Attack inside, kicks the ball back to Breithart. Breithart looks to drive, looks inside to Comer, can't get the ball to him, back to Grayson it goes. They once again give him another shot. Shooter's got to shoot. Let's see what Breithart can do in the corner. Thought about shooting a three, will not. 3:19 to play. Here comes Brennan Scott with the basketball. Brennan dribbles right, back to Comer it goes. Cannot shoot, back to Quez. Good defense by the Rebels. Here comes Quez driving in. He's going to be held and fouled. Personal foul is going to be called against number 12, I think Jonathan Woodley. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Oak Ridge will get Raquan Watson in the ball game. Quez Thomas is going to check out. 3:08 to play first quarter, 9-7. The Wildcats in the lead. It's a big Maryville team. They've got a lot of size. Raekwon's going to work the ball in for the baseline. Here comes the pass, and it comes to Grayson. Grayson harassed with the ball, stops, gives it over to Ray Ray. Ray Ray back to Brennan Scott at the midcourt circle, calls a new play, looks inside, can't get the ball to Strader, backs it up to Grayson, now top of the circle. Back to Comer, turning, spinning, he walked. Travel's going to be called against Bryson Comer. So after jumping out to a big lead, the Rebels have closed the gap to 2 at 9-7. 2:55 to play in the first quarter here from Maryville High School. Rebel basketball. They work it in, and it comes to Nick Johnson. Caden Brightheart picks him up, and now they give it up to Jonathan Woodley. Woodley's going to slow things down and walk it across the midcourt line. Got a screen from Acard. It was actually a moving screen. They're going to drive in, kick it out to the corner. Now drive in. Here's an off-balance shot. It's up. It's the rim. No good. Brennan on the rebound. Brennan Scott coming down the floor for the Wildcats. Brennan, left side, Grayson Strader. Can't get the ball to Comer. Backs it over to Scott. Scott swings the ball to Ray Ray. 2:27 to play in the first quarter. 9-7 our score. Coach Green yelling profusely, very loudly. Brennan for three. It's on its way. Good! 3-point shot, Brennan Scott. And the Wildcats have a 12-7 lead. Here comes Maryville down the floor. Coast to coast. There's a charge. Call it, Map. What'd you call, Map? He called a block. Bryson Comer there forever. Barry Mapp calls it. And they'll go to the free throw line with an opportunity for a 3-point play. I told everybody before the ball game that Barry Mapp would make a call that would go against Oak Ridge. He's already made one in the first quarter. I think Bryson was there forever. I'll have to watch the replay, but they'll go to the free throw line with Jonathan Woodley. 12-9 the score on the scoreboard. Woodley, one shot. Hits the rim, drops in good. Wildcats have Cooper Williams in the ballgame now. Here comes Marcus Peters as well. The Wildcats playing with Caden Brightheart, Raekwon Watson, Cooper Williams, Brennan Scott, and Marcus. Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. 2:06 to play first quarter in a 2-point game. 12-10 the score with the basketball, Caden Brightheart. Dribbles in, penetrates, wanted to take it all the way in. He's going to be called for a walk, and he did it. Travel called against Caden, and the Wildcats turned the ball over. Oak Ridge by 2, 1:57 to play first quarter. You talk about a loud Maryville crowd, and their bench is very loud. Here comes Maryville down the floor. In it comes to number 23, Matt Clemmer. Clemmer in the rear court gives it up to Eli Owenby, who's in the ballgame for the first time. Picked up by Raekwon Watson. He works the ball to his right. Over it goes to another big guy in the ballgame. Once again, they'll work the ball inside. And now go inside, a wide open guy underneath the goal. That's got to be nearly a block. It's going to be a rebound by the Wildcats. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Here comes Ray Ray. No place to go. Marcus Peters shoots a three. It is good. 3-point shot for Marcus. And the Wildcats have a 5-point lead. 15-10 the score. Here comes Matt Clemmer with the basketball. He works the ball inside. He's going to drive against Big Cooper, and he's going to be fouled by the Wildcats. Mapp's going to call a lot of fouls against us. Be ready for it. I'll never forget the foul he called against Adrian Porter when he was sitting on the bench many, many years ago. Minute 16 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge by 5. 15-10 the score. The Wildcats substituting. Players in and out of the game. Cooper Williams is in for the Wildcats. Raekwon Watson, Marcus Peters, Brennan Scott. They're trying to get the ball in, and they're going to get it in. Here's the shot. Good. They score inside with a big guy, number 32, Lucas Gardner, and the Wildcat lead is 3. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wildcats with 1:06 to play. Caden Brightheart, guarded by Woodley. Takes him strong, turns him, spinning, throws one up there. Good. Caden Brightheart with a nice left-handed shot, and the Wildcat lead is back to 5. 17-12 the score, 54 seconds to play in the first quarter. With the basketball will come Jonathan Woodley. Woodley works the ball to his right, the number 5 in the ballgame. That's Davis Ernsbarger. They shoot a three. It's in good. And the Wildcat lead is back to 2. 17-15 the score. 35 seconds to play in the first period. Here's Ray Ray to Brennan Scott. Dribbles in, no place to go. Good defense there by the Maryville Rebels. Caden Brightheart, they're allowing him to drive everywhere today. Here's Brennan behind the back dribble. He lost the ball. Turnover Oak Ridge. They can tie it on the bucket. They work the ball down the floor. Shot is good, and they tie it. Matt Clemmer off the glass. 13 seconds to play, and we're tied at 17. Wildcats are going to bring the ball down the floor. They're playing a lot of players. Listen how loud the Maryville crowd is. Brightheart with the basketball. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're not even going to get a shot off. Well, it goes no good as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played one quarter of basketball here at the Maryville High School gym. We're all tied at 17. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Wow, tied up. Oh my gosh. This is a good game. Yeah, this is already good.
I wasn't expecting you to hand me the microphone.
I was like, oh god.
That's what I do.
I didn't catch one of them.
That's all right.
This guy calls everything
He does.
on us. They have no foul, or they have one foul so far.
That's the way it's going to be. We're not going to get any calls.
They are loud too.
Welcome back once again to Maryville High School. 17-17 is our score. The Wildcats and Rebels tied in this tournament ball game here at Maryville High School. Wildcats with the basketball coming out with Grayson Strader, Quez Thomas, Bryson Comer, Price Davis is in the ball game now, along with Marcus Peters. Wildcats tied at 17. Oak Ridge jumped out to an early big lead as the Wildcats work it out to Quez. But the Maryville Rebels have come storming back here. The Wildcats struggling against their size inside. Wildcats have been able to hit some perimeter shots as the Wildcats work it over to Strader. Back to Quez, around it goes to Price Davis to Peters. Marcus swings it back to Quez, inside Grayson. Grayson to Price. Price for three. Good. Three-point shot for Price Davis, and the Wildcats retake the lead 20-17. Down the floor will come the Maryville Rebels. Got to get back on defense. They're going to drive coast to coast. Right block shot, no good. Rebound, Quez Thomas. Thomas down the floor for the Wildcats, pushing it across the way to Step good. Marcus Peters drops in a three, and here comes the Rebels down the floor. Oak Ridge back up by 6. 23-17 the score. They're going to drive in with Woodley. Throws one up there. That's a charge against the Maryville Rebels. Wildcats get a call, and it wasn't Matt. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to play in the first half. 23-17, the Wildcats in the lead. Down the floor with the basketball will come Quez Thomas. Walks the ball slowly across the line. Dribbles to his right, gives it off to Peters. To Grayson Strader at the midcourt circle. Back to Marcus. He's hot. Why not? He shoots. No good this time. Rebound to the Rebels. Maryville basketball. Marcus getting kind of razzed by the Maryville bench over there, stares back and glares at him as he runs past. With the basketball will come Woodley. Woodley swings the ball to his right. 23-17, Oak Ridge in the lead. The Wildcats 11-0 on the year, trying to go 12-0 for the first time in about 6 or 7 years. Woodley with the basketball. 6:20 to play, second quarter. Woodley dribbles in against Strader, throws one up there, it's way short, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to number 22, Johnson. Johnson hops, step, shot. Will he be fouled? I think he was. Personal foul will be called against the Wildcats. Quentin, how many fouls have been called against the Maryville Rebels? How many fouls have been called against the Wildcats?
2 fouls against the Maryville Rebels, 7 against the Wildcats.
Welcome to Maryville, Tennessee. 6:09 to play. Toss on its way up there. Good. Nick Johnson puts it up. The Wildcats play physical. One thing I've noticed about Maryville, though, Maryville's playing a lot of players, and that'll serve them well with the pace that the Wildcats want to play. Back to the free throw line we go, Nick Johnson. That's the last time I'm gonna mention the officials. Toss, good. Oak Ridge by 4 with the basketball. 6:08 to play second quarter. Down the floor with the basketball will come Grayson Strader. Strader has Bryson Comer on the left side. Back to Quez, inside to Grayson. He was bumped, but no call. Here it goes, Price for 3. It's going to be short. Rebounded by number 23, Matt Clemmer. Clemmer's going to bring the ball across the line. 23-19, a 4-point advantage for the Wildcats. With the basketball, a steal by Bryson Comer. He's got Quez down the floor. Bounce pass goes inside. He throws the ball away. Taken away by Jonathan Woodley. Woodley swings the ball left side. Over it goes to Johnson. Back and forth. The pace is in the favor of the Wildcats as the play is halted, and Price is holding his left arm. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I think Price Davis is going to have to come out of the ballgame, and Brian Leffler, the Oak Ridge trainer, will attend to him. Brennan Scott checks back into the game. Oak Ridge on top 23-19, 5:32 to play here in the second period. Rebel basketball. To work the ball in will be Nick Johnson. Johnson looks, fires it, and it comes to Woodley. Woodley met by Quez Thomas. At the midcourt line, dribbles with his left, bounce pass right side, goes to number 5, that's Davis Ernsbarger. Ernsbarger to Woodley, into the big guy. He runs into Bryson Comer, but he puts a shot over him, up good. Tried to get a charge there, didn't get the Oscar, as the Wildcats lead is now cut to 2. Strider with the basketball. Grayson dribbles left, finds to Breithart, back to Quez. Wildcats with the basketball. Quez backs up to the midcourt circle. 23-21 the score. Quez doesn't know what he wants to do with it. Oh, great pass. Draws the foul from Bryson Comer, or Bryson Comer does. Bryson was wide open immediately. If he goes right up, we probably get an easy quick 2. Bryson is fouled, will go to the free throw line. Quentin, what has Bryson done tonight? Has he scored?
Bryson, let me check, sorry. Bryson has not scored yet, but he does have 1 foul.
Comer will go to the line. He'll have 2 shots, 23-21 Wildcats. We apologize for the video. I'm assuming it's still choppy. Actually, we've been told it looks better than it did. Bryson missed the first toss. He was short with it. He'll have another one. Wildcat lead is 2, 23-21, 4:53 to play in the second quarter. Senior Bryson Comer back to the free throw line. Toss. This one is good. Hit the front end of the rim and dropped in. 3-point Wildcat lead. Oak Ridge putting on the pressure once again. In it comes to number 4. That's Alex Ackard back in the ballgame. They have the basketball. Ackard works the ball to his left. They've got a 3. It's wide open. They didn't guard him. He still missed it. Rebound to Strader, then knocked out of bounds. It'll be Maryville basketball underneath the goal. 4:41 to play in the second period. 24-21 the score. It'll be Maryville to work the ball in. Eli Owenby will do it from the baseline with Bryson Comer in his face. Yet to get it in. Now he does. Left side for 3. It's up. No good. Rebound to Bryson Comer. Comer and the Wildcats pushing it up to Breithart. Breithart down the floor. 3-point Wildcat lead. Caden with the basketball. Works the ball to Quez Thomas. Back to Caden. Breithart's going to dribble once again. Double dribble is called. Good call by the official. I think Caden will argue that it was deflected by the Maryville Rebel, but I don't think so. I think it's actually a good call by the official. I think he double dribbled it. 4:23 to play second quarter. 3-point Wildcat lead. 24-21 the score. Rebel basketball. They'll work the ball in with Matt Clemmer, who throws the ball almost away, saved away by the Rebels. Saved in the rear court by Alex Ackard. He was going to work it back across the line to Clemmer. Picked up by Grayson Strader, who now swings it over to Owenby. Owenby takes 1 dribble, hands it off to number 24. That's Robbie Eldridge in the ball game. He stops. He works the ball to his right. Back to the right wing to Owenby, who comes all the way cross court. They work the ball to the corner. Back it goes to the top. Clemmer with it, drives in, might have walked. They're going to call a foul, though. Mapp calls the foul. Coach Green can't believe it. I think he walked with it before he had it, but, it's Barry Mapp out there, so you're not going to get any calls. And it'll be number 23, Matt Clemmer, at the free throw line. I'm an equal opportunity blaster of Barry Mapp. Looks like we've got a warning on the Oak Ridge bench, and guess who's doing it? What did I tell you guys? This is the same guy who called a foul on Adrian Porter when he was on the bench one time. As Mapp stops play, as typical him, wants to be the center of attention. It'll be free throws for them. Matt Clemmer at the line. 24-21. The toss, no good. The ball doesn't lie, Mr. Mapp. Back to the free throw line once again they go. Matt Clemmer. I'm not exactly sure what the conversation was. Coach Green's still able to stand. Second toss is good. Maybe a half-truth right there. As the Wildcats will get the basketball, leading by 2. 24-22 the score. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to play here in the first half. Grayson's going to come out of the ball game. Checking back in will come Marcus Peters. Oak Ridge in the lead by 2. 24-22. Down the floor with the basketball will come Raekwon Watson. Going to walk the ball across the line. The sophomore point. Dribbles around a screen. Dribbles to the hole. Goes in for the shot. No good. Rebound to the Rebels. Maryville basketball. Here it goes to Alex Ackard. He's going to bring it across the line with a pass to Owenby. Owenby to Ackard at the free throw line. Swings it off in the corner. Wildcat lead is 2. Ackard is about to take Comer one-on-one. Stops. Gives it out high to Nick Johnson. Good shooter at the free throw line. It's partially rejected. Knocked out of bounds by Maryville. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 3 minutes, 21 seconds to play in a fast-paced first half. Oak Ridge on top 24-22. The Wildcats, Caden Brightheart will work the ball in for the Wildcats. Down the floor will come Ray. He's going to slowly walk the ball to the midcourt line. Oak Ridge up by 2, 24-22. Here it goes to Brightheart. Let's see if he can drive in against Woodley. Got a screen from Comer. Dribbles past him. Finds Marcus free. Three-pointer on its way. Good! Another three-pointer by Marcus Peters. And Oak Ridge has the lead back up to 5. And how many does Marcus have now?
Marcus has 3 3-pointers.
Wildcat lead is 5, 27-22. Woodley with the basketball. He works the ball right side. Over it goes to Owenby. Owenby drives left, throws the ball away. Intercepted by the Wildcats for a moment. Saved on the floor. Maryville throws it out of bounds. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball, I think. Caden Brightheart went tumbling to the ground hard. Oak Ridge by 5, 27-22. And Marcus Peters having a really good ball game here with 3 threes in the ballgame, getting harassed by the Maryville student section right here in front of us. 2:42 to play in the first half, 27-22 Wildcats. Ray with it, over to Caden Brightheart. Brightheart had Ray early. Caden dribbles in, stops, shoots, lays it up there, no good. Rebound to the Rebels. Here they come down the floor, pushing it across the line, number 14 to Woodley. Woodley holds it, looks inside, big battle going on inside. Woodley holds it forever, then backs it up. 2:19 to play in the first half, 27-22 the score. Maryville basketball. They lob it down low. Big A-Card has the ball. He passed up a long, easy shot for a 3, which is good. He passed up what was going to be an easier shot, and it's a 2-point game again. 27-25 the score. With the basketball will come Marcus Peters. Dribbling out, lost his dribble, picks it up in the midcourt line. Behind the back dribble, stops, gives it over once again to Brightheart. The Wildcat lead is 2, 27-25. We're down to 1:47 to play. Here's Oak Ridge's Bryson Comer, dribbling, driving, laying it in there. No good, but he's fouled. Hard foul. Bryson Comer will go back to the free throw line. 1:41 to play here in the second quarter. 27-25 the score. Bryson back to the line. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots here as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Brennan Scott, Marcus Peters, Bryson Comer, Ray Watson, Caden Brightheart. A little short on the free throw. He'll have another one. Wildcats kind of maybe some tired legs out there as that one fell short. Bryson will have another one. Maryville student section giving him a little bit of razzing. Bryson's second toss, much better. It's good. Oak Ridge by 3, 28-25. The Rebels coming down the floor. 1:38 to play in the first half. For the basketball will come number 22, Nick Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Woodley, and they'll set up their offense. Around a big screen, they'll set it up once again. Jonathan Woodley dribbles against Peters, hands it off to number 24, Robbie Eldridge. Eldridge cut off, trapped, works the ball to Woodley, trying to get position inside. They've got a wide open 3, top of the key. It's good. 3-point shot from Matt Clemmer. And just like that, we're tied at 28. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Wildcats. Here comes Ray down the floor, top of the circle. Dribbles in, left side, Brendan Scott for 3. No good. Good rebound by Bryson Comer. Wants to go right back up with a shot. Hook shot, no good. Tip back up, no good. Saved on the floor by the Rebels. They can take their first lead right here. They do. No. Shot is no good. Ray on the rebound. 48 seconds to play. Left side, Bryson Comer. 1 dribble, 1 shot. 2 points for Bryson Comer. Wildcats retake the lead by 2. 30-28 the score, 39 seconds to play in the first half. Lady Wildcats lost a thriller today up in Greenville. We'll talk about that at halftime. 30-28, the Wildcats in the lead. Maryville with the basketball. Jonathan Woodley works the ball to his left. Over it goes to Robbie Eldridge, who gives it out to the big guy, Matt Clemmer, once again. Clemmer holds the ball and gives it over to Woodley. Harassed outside, 17 seconds to play. Marcus Peters trying to rip the ball away from Clemmer. He got a screen, works the ball to his left. We're down to 10 seconds. They've got the basketball. Robbie Eldridge to Woodley. Swings the ball right side to Johnson. Fadeaway 3, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Here's a half-court shot, no good, as the first half comes to a close. So we have played one half of basketball here at Maryville High School in a fast and furious paced ball game. The Wildcats in the lead, 30-28. Let's send it back to our engineer back at the station, Brian Bennett. We'll be back to the Maryville High School gym in 3 minutes. You want to read them or you want Ben to read them?
Ben can read them.
Get it done. Thank you, brother.
How is the signal, Ben?
It's looked good. Yeah. It hasn't been glitching.
Never we're back on.
He's pretty good, officer. He's pretty much on.
Good. Let me just double check with Mr. Comer's assessment. Marcus.
Can I talk to you if we have enough time here about the girls' game? If we have enough time.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick, but we might have time.
What?
You mean like actually?
Yeah. You were there.
Yeah, I'm not the best talker though.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Don't do that.
You don't have to. You don't want to.
I don't know. Like I don't know the stats and stuff.
You don't have to know the stats. Just describe how the game went. You can even describe it how David does. It was the Lady Wildcats' best played game this year. That's it. Look at that. I literally just saw them walk into the dressing room.
I know.
Then they walked right out. That is funny. And I would have thought for this game, since it's the last one, that they would have had time to.
The Lady Wildcats scored too. What about you?
From what I've seen, it looks pretty similar stuff. I'll go by off it. Point in the star.
Welcome back to Maryville High School. David Clary, Ben George, along with Zach Dorman and Quentin Bonetta. Brian Bennett back at the station. 28 points for the Rebels, 30 for the Wildcats. Ben, you've got the first half statistics and the Lady Wildcats final statistics.
Thank you, David. Scoring for the Wildcats is number 3, Marcus Peters, with 9 points, making 3 3-pointers for all of his points today. In this first half of play, we've got Grayson Strader with 5 points, a 3-pointer, and a shot from the field, with Bryson Comer, number 5, bringing in 4 all of his shots from the field with 6, and Price Davis, number 23, with 1 3-pointer shot in this first half of play. To give you some Lady Wildcats scoring versus Thomas Dale, it was Zayana Stewart having the leading score for the Lady Wildcats, scoring 20. Demetrius Strickland scoring 21. So correction on that. Demetrius Strickland with 21 being the leading scorer. Zayana Stewart with 20. Ayana Porter with 8, Cannon Green with 5, Jenna Johnson with 4, in the defeat by the Lady Wildcats to Thomas Dale. The closest game this year scored of a 52-48 final, with the Lady Wildcats falling to Thomas Dale of Virginia. David?
Shortest halftime in the history of halftime. As we're about to get started once again here, the Wildcats on top 30-28. It was a close ball game, 17-17 after one quarter, and it's a 2-point game now as the Rebels will get the ball first as we start play here in the second half. The Wildcats come out with Quez Thomas, Brennan Scott, Caden Brightheart, Grayson Strader, and Bryson Comer, the original starting 5. With the basketball will come the Maryville Rebels. They've come out with Woodley along with Clemmer. They also have in the ballgame a card, number 24, Eldridge, and one other guy missing. They're coming with a big lineup here, and that would be Nick Johnson. Their basketball. Johnson with it, a good 3-point shooter, lobs the ball down low. Shot is no good. Rebound, Brightheart. Brightheart from the Wildcats with it, pushes it up the floor in a 2-point game. Caden out of control, got to get rid of the basketball. He's going to be fouled. No, they're going to call a jump ball. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Came a little bit out of control there at the midcourt, at the free throw line, actually. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Oak Ridge in the lead, 30-28, 7:31 to play here in the third quarter. Brighthart will work the ball in from the baseline. Works it into Grayson Strader. Brighthart once again, little fadeaway 5-footer is no good. Wildcats back on defense. Here they come down the floor. The Rebels with a chance to tie the ball game or take the lead with a 3. They've got the basketball. On the left side it goes. Woodley wanted to drive in, has the ball deflected. Saved on the floor, though, by Nick Johnson. Got it by Quez. He works the ball to number 23. He drives in, shoots, blocked. Grayson Strader takes him to school. Here comes the Wildcats down the floor. Bryson Comer, coast to coast, all the way in for the shot. Good. Bryson Comer takes it coast to coast, and the Wildcat lead is 4. 32-28 the score, and down the floor will come the Rebels once again. Now moving right to left, wearing their all-white jerseys with red and black. The Wildcats in their all-cardinal and gray. Their basketball. Left side, Nick Johnson for 3. It's up. No good. Rebound. That's got to be over the back. Number 4, Alex Acard, goes against Bryson Comer. Shoots. Bryson blocks it. Blocked his shot. He's 6'8". Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Grayson Strader with it to Brennan Scott. Hesitates, dribbles, pulls up, shoots. Good. Brennan Scott hits the bucket. And Oak Ridge's lead is 6. 34-28 once again. Maryville playing on their home floor in the semifinals of this tournament. They've got the basketball. That'll be Woodley. Woodley swings the ball left side. Nice catch there by Nick Johnson. Back to Acard. He lobs it inside to number 23. Shot no good. He's fouled by the Wildcats, I think Quez Thomas. It'll be a 2-shot foul, and they'll go to the free throw line. The man fouled, number 23, Matt Clemmer. They just keep bringing big guys in the game. Wildcats definitely outsized in this one. They lead it by 6, though, 34-28 to the free throw line. Clemmer twice. First shot, good. That feed has gotten better on the stream. It was really bad when we started. Back to the free throw line once again. Maryville shot in and out, no good. They get the rebound up. Foul called against Grayson Strader, and he did it. Tried to get the rebound, clipped him on the wrist. It's another 2-shot foul, and Alex Line. What has number 4 done for them tonight?
Number 4 has 1 2-pointer for them tonight.
He'll go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots. Second team foul called against the Wildcats. Free throw is good. Rebounding is a struggle against this team because they are so big. Wildcats have held their own here. First toss was good. Second toss, also good. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. With the basketball will come Quez Thomas. The scoreboard says it's 34-31 Wildcats. Here's Grayson Strader with it outside the line. Thought about launching a 3. Top of the key, no place to go. Gives it over once again to Caden Brighthart. Brighthart swings the ball left side. They got to get the ball inside. They're going to call a travel against Quez Thomas. He didn't put the ball down on the floor, and that is a turnover. Wildcats playing currently with Caden Brighthart, Quez Thomas, Grayson Strader, Brennan Scott, Bryson Comer. Their basketball for a moment. Wildcats are going to have the ball knocked out of bounds on a nice hustle play there by Jonathan Woodley. Maryville team plays hard, that's for sure. Rebel basketball, they'll work it in with Matt Clemmer. Oak Ridge in the lead, 34-31, 5 minutes, 44 seconds to play in the third period. Rebel basketball. Clemmer yet to get it in. Now finally does to Acard. Back to Clemmer it goes, and he'll lob it across the way to Johnson. Got to pick him up or he'll launch a 3. Johnson swings the ball, number 23, back to number 24 on the right side. That's Eldridge. Eldridge pass intercepted by Grayson. Grayson Strader, coast to coast, turns, whirls, spins, shoots, no good. They've got the rebound. Got a little bit too far under the goal there. Couldn't get it to go. I think Coach Green thought maybe there was a lot of contact. I honestly didn't see it. Here they come down the floor with the basketball once again. Woodley with it. Woodley swings the ball to his left to Johnson. Johnson to Acard, lobs it down low and throws the ball away. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They continue to use their size, Quentin, to lob it over the top of the much smaller Wildcats. That time they just threw it too far.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats, Quez Thomas going to work it across to Grayson Strader. Oak Ridge by 3, 34-31. Quez with it to Grayson. Grayson didn't have a shot. Caden does. It's a 3-pointer. It's up, and it is no good. Rebounded again by the Maryville Rebels. Here's Woodley down the floor. Oak Ridge by 3, 34-31 the score. Woodley dribbles in, penetrates left, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson hands the ball out to Clemmer. Clemmer dribbles to the midcourt circle, back to Woodley. On the right wing, one dribble, 6'8" guy, and they've thrown it away on the last 2 trips down the floor. Oak Ridge still in the lead by 3, 34-31. Down the floor will come Quez Thomas. The winner of this game plays Stone Memorial tomorrow in the championship game. They blew out Sevier County. Oak Ridge basketball. Cooper Williams is getting ready to come into the ball game. Here comes Oak Ridge's Caden Brighthart. Has his shot blocked. On the rebound will come Quez, though. Grayson Strader fakes the 3, pulls up 15-footer, in and out. No good. Bryson Comer back up with a shot. He's fouled and will shoot free throws again. Bryson Comer has been at the line all night tonight. Quentin, what has he done?
Bryson Comer has drawn 3 fouls and also has 2 two-point shots.
Back to the free throw line he goes. He'll have 2 here. Oak Ridge by 3, 34-31. The Wildcats have never trailed in the ball game, but it's been close since the beginning. Comer's toss, good. Knocks that one down. Here comes Ray in the ball game. Cooper Williams wants to come in, but I believe the Maryville Rebels are going to call a timeout. 4:11 to play, third quarter, 35-31 Wildcats. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There's a dude. It's a woman. Just kind of want to throw a mint at them, you know? Just a mint? Yeah. I'm done. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Make sure you're getting that. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back once again to Maryville High School. Bryson Comer back to the line. His second shot is good. Here comes Cooper Williams in the ball game. Bryson's going to check out. Bryson giving Oak Ridge good minutes today. Oak Ridge back up by 5, 36-31. Rebel basketball. They work the ball in, and down the floor they come. The big guys got it. A-card once again. Well, they've got a lot of big guys. So they're going to walk the ball across the midcourt line. Over it goes to Woodley. 36-31 Oak Ridge. Woodley guarded by Ray. 5-second count was on. He works the ball to his right. Over it goes to Clemmer. Clemmer guarded by Grayson Strader to Nick Johnson. Pulls up, throws one up there. Good. Pretty shot there by Nick Johnson. And Oak Ridge has its lead cut to 3 again. 36-33. 3:45 to play in the third period. Ray with the basketball. He falls down, gives it off to Strader. Grayson gives it off to Brennan Scott. Brennan fakes the 3, dribbles in, lost the ball. Taken on the floor by the Rebels. Brennan struggling a bit in this game as they work the ball left side. Tie game. If he hits it, he throws up an air ball. Might have stepped out of bounds with it. Johnson can tie it on this one. He does. Tie ball game. 36-36 to score. The Wildcats down the floor quickly. Brennan Scott with it. Looks into Cooper Williams. Dribbles in. Penetrates. Goes in for the shot. No good. He does draw the foul on the floor, I think. 3:12 to play in the third quarter. 36-36 to score. Once again, it'll be Brennan Scott going to the free throw line. We apologize for our internet connection here. It's just not been good. It was perfect yesterday. Free throw is good by Brennan, and Oak Ridge retakes the lead. 37-36. What has Brennan done tonight here, Quentin?
Brennan has 1 3, 1 2, and has made 1 out of 1 of his free throws.
For a total of?
6 points.
And make that 6 and holding as he misfires on the free throw. Oak Ridge by 1. Maryville can take their first lead of the night on this trip down the floor. 37-36 to score. 3:05 to play here in the third period. With the basketball, Matt Clemmer. Clemmer dribbles left with his left hand, hands it off. Number 5 with the basketball, Ernsbarger. Back to Woodley. Woodley dribbles in, wants to shoot against Ray. As at the free throw line, no place to go. Now throws it up there. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. With the basketball, Brennan Scott. 37-36 Wildcats. Brennan coast to coast. Off the glass shot. No good. What's the call? A blocking call. Barry Mapp, with his eyes open, calls the foul against the Maryville Rebels. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. It'll be Brennan Scott going to the free throw line. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, missed his last attempt. Once again, the junior Brennan Scott. The Wildcats also have sophomore Cooper Williams in the game, senior Grayson Strader. As that's the score, Woodley with the basketball. At the midcourt line, dribbles with his left hand, around a screen, wants to penetrate, cannot. Backs it up to Ernsbarger. Ernsbarger around to the right. Got to guard Nick Johnson because he can shoot. Nick Johnson harassed outside by Caden Brightheart. Brightheart at the midcourt circle. Dribbles with his left hand, hands it off his right hand to Ernsbarger, who works it in to the big guy. They've got a three open. Good. Tie ball game. They are really good ball movement. It's a good Maryville team, despite really, to look at them, they're not as athletic as Oak Ridge. They're definitely bigger. As Oak Ridge is going to drive inside, Cooper Williams kicks it out, Grayson Strader. There's Ray in the corner. Wildcats and Rebels tied at 39. Minute 51 to play in the third quarter. Brennan Scott dribbles in, penetrates, almost falls down, goes in for the shot. Wild, missed it badly. 39-39 the score. Here they come down the floor. Rebel basketball, they can take their first lead. Nick Johnson's going to drive in against Cooper, throws up a shot. It is good, and Maryville's on top. 41-39. The Wildcats got to quit forcing shots there as the Wildcats working into Grayson Strader. 41-39 the score. Ray with it. 1:21 to play. Back to Scott. Brennan pulls up, shoots a three. That's not a forced shot. That is classic Brennan Scott as he nails the three, and Oak Ridge retakes the lead. 42-41 the score, 1:09 to play in the third quarter, and what has been a great ball game here tonight from the Maryville High School gym. With the basketball will come Matt Clemmer on the left side, stops, dribbles around a screen, pulls up, almost double dribbles the ball, goes in for the layup. Good. Might have double dribbled the ball. It's close anyway. Wildcats trail by one. Brightheart drives in, cannot penetrate the baseline, backs it up, now takes it strong, pulls up, takes it off the glass, no good. Big Cooper's got the rebound for a moment. He couldn't hold it. Wildcats down by one. 43-42, 37.5 seconds to play in the third quarter. Oak Ridge trailing 43-42. Maryville basketball. Woodley against Ray, and he's held and fouled by Raekwon Watson. Foul called against Oak Ridge. As the Wildcats will get Marcus Peters and Bryson Comer back in. Cooper Williams and Grayson Strader check out. 26.4 seconds to play, third quarter. They'll get the ball first in the fourth quarter as well. They have the lead. Here comes the pass. They throw it in, and it comes to number 23 for them. That is Matt Clemmer. Guarded by Marcus Peters. He gives it over to Woodley with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rebels on top, 43-42. With the basketball, Woodley dribbles against Brennan Scott. Holds the ball, and a quick whistle, and a foul call against Oak Ridge. Coach Green not happy. 11 seconds to play. It is only the fourth team foul called against the Wildcats. 11 seconds to play, third quarter. 43-42 the score. They're going to substitute Lucas Garner out of the ball game. And it comes to number 4. That's Alex Acard once again. To Nick Johnson. Don't let him shoot. He dribbles in, throws one up there. It's good. Wildcats trail by 3. Wildcats need a guard. Third quarter is over. Wildcats trail 45-42. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter in 60 seconds.
They have 17 and 16 each. We just don't have that kind of size. We don't. How's it going, Benny?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. You?
Nah, I'm doing all right.
Good.
Their big guys are keeping me on my feet.
I know. Hey, your stats were good.
Welcome back once again to Maryville High School. The Rebels have their biggest lead. It's 3 points, 45-42. Fourth and final quarter about set. The winner plays Stone Memorial for the championship. The loser plays Sevier County. Sevier County lost. It would be the third time Oak Ridge played Sevier County, but they're thinking more of a championship tomorrow at 7:45. Maryville will get the ball first. Barry Mapp over to the scores table to determine what's the call, and I guess they're okay with everything. Mapp just wants to be the center of attention, and he stopped play for a second. It'll be Maryville basketball side midcourt. Nick Johnson will work the ball in. 45-42, the Wildcats trailing. Rebel basketball, they work it into Woodley. Quez Thomas, Grayson Strader, Brennan Scott, Caden Brightheart, Bryson Comer in the ballgame. Maryville basketball, dribbling in the paint, holding it, giving it off to Nick Johnson for three. It's no good. Bryson Comer's got the rebound. Oak Ridge down by 3 with the basketball. Quez brings it across the line, gives it off to Comer. The Wildcats setting up their offense to Brightheart. Brightheart dribbles right, penetrates, shoots a 3, tie game. Good! 3-point shot, Caden Brightheart, and we are tied. 45-45 the score. Here comes Maryville, coasting coast to coast. Shot, good. They allowed Big Matt Clemmer to come all the way down the floor. Oak Ridge basketball. Brightheart once again. The Wildcats trail by 2. 47-45. Oak Ridge basketball. Quez with it. Dribbles right. Stops. Gives it off to Grayson Strader. Back to Brightheart. Blown. Goes in for the shot. No good. It is blocked. Taken away by the Rebels. 47-45 Maryville. Here comes a 3. No good. Rebound Brightheart. And he should have been fouled. Mapp calls the jump ball. Either way, it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge on the scoreboard. Down 2, 47-45, 6:58 to play in the ballgame. Grayson Strader will work the ball in. Substitutions coming out of the game. Looks like Davis Ernsbarger is out. Here comes Quez down the floor. The Wildcats trailing by 2. 47-45. Grayson Strader with it over to Oak Ridge's Caden Brightheart. He'll turn, he'll spin, a fadeaway shot, no good. Another block shot by the Rebels on Brightheart. And back down the floor, they can increase their lead. They're up by 2, 47-45. It was a good screen of the baseline there by Bryson Comer, but Caden just couldn't get the shot to fall. Their basketball. Number 4 with it, hands it off to number 24. That'll be Robbie Eldridge. The shot is up, no good. Bryson on the rebound. Wildcats need to push it. 6:25 to play, down by 2, 47-45. Here comes Brendan Scott at the free throw line. Grayson's got a 3 in the lead. No good. Missed it. On the rebound will come the Rebels. 47-45, the Wildcats shooting touch a little bit off here as of the last few minutes, and it's a 2-point game. 6 minutes to play. Here come the Rebels with it. Oh, nearly a foul against Comer. Handoff goes to Nick Johnson. Don't let him shoot. They work the ball to Woodley. Woodley thought about lobbing it down low once again. Number 23 is wide open. No good. Rebound. Pushing off is Bryson Comer. It's going to be a foul against Bryson. He had to shove Alex Acard to get the rebound. Maryville by 2, 47-45, 5:52 to play in the ballgame. Rebel basketball to work the ball in will be Jonathan Woodley. The ball deflected, almost taken away by Oak Ridge. Saved away by the Rebels. They'll set up their offense, top of the circle. Robbie Eldridge to the left side of Woodley. Woodley drives, gives it out to number 23 to Clemmer. Number 22, Nick Johnson, fires one up there in the paint. No good. Rebound, Grayson Strader. Wildcats with the basketball, trailing by 2. 47-45 the score. Quez Thomas with it to Grayson. Wildcats set it up. Grayson drives past his defender. Oh, man. Block shot that time by Matt Clemmer of the Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 5:24 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge trailing 47-45. And Mapp has stopped play again. And as typical him, getting attention, it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Let's see exactly what the issue is. Maybe some perspiration, and play is halted. 5:24 to play. The Lady Wildcats lost a thriller today, 52-48. As we resume play here, Wildcat basketball, Bryson Comer with it, out to Quez in the right corner. Wildcats trailing by 2. Quez dribbles in, bounce pass to Bryson, nice move, goes in for the shot. Good! Count it! And he's fouled. Bryson Comer with a great move will go to the free throw line with one shot upcoming. 47-47. Both teams really playing a hard basketball game here as Bryson goes to the line. How many has Bryson scored here tonight?
Bryson has scored 10 here tonight.
Trying to make it 11. 47-47 the score. The senior puts it up there. Good. Oak Ridge retakes the lead by 1. 5:20 circle, gives it over to Clemmer. Clemmer's been able to drive in against the Wildcats. He can't this time. Gives it off to Eldridge, back to the right side. Now they're going to drive the baseline. Good defense by Bryson. Ball deflected and knocked out of bounds by Grayson Strader. Good call by Mapp there. It was indeed touched by the Wildcats. 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. 48-47. Oak Ridge by 1. Maryville basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Jonathan Woodley, and it comes Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson cut off the air, throws the ball to the left side. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound, Bryson Comer of the Wildcats. Here they come down the floor. Quez Thomas to Bryson. Stops, needs help, gives it over to Caden Brightheart. Caden dribbles in. Caden splits the defense. Quez had a three, didn't take it. Back it goes to Comer. Wildcats by 1 with the ball, and there's a walk. Wildcats did not look too sure of themselves on that set right there as Maryville calls a timeout. 4:38 to play in a great ball game here at Maryville High School. Oak Ridge in the lead, 48-47. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back following this 60-second timeout.
This might be the best basketball we've ever seen. It's good. Have we had any bad? Has it been good recently?
Oh, the screen? No.
Okay, good.
No. If anything, I've had to adjust the time a few times. But you knew that from last time.
That's okay.
Who is that? Oh.
David Clary back here at Maryville High School. Ball deflected and knocked out of bounds by Grayson Strader. Wildcats by 1, 48-47. Quid Bonetta helping us out here, along with Zach Dorman, Ben George, along with Brian Bennett back at the station. Here comes Maryville down the floor. They work the ball to Woodley. Woodley across the line, brings the ball to the midcourt line, sets it up once again. Oak Ridge by 1, 48-47. Woodley with the basketball at the midcourt circle, finds number 4 with the basketball. That's Alex Acard, harassed by Bryson Comer, gives it back to Woodley. The Wildcats set a trap on Woodley, can't get to him, and he'll dribble out of it. Work the ball left side, over it goes once again to number 23, that's Clemmer. Wants to take it strong, shot is no good, blocked by Grayson, and then a foul should be called against your Maryville Rebels. I think it's going to go against Matt Clemmer, and that'll be the 6th team foul, I believe, called against Maryville. Oak Ridge by 1, 48-47. Down the floor of the basketball will come Quez Thomas. Wildcats leading by 1 with Brennan Scott with the basketball outside the line. Got a screen, shoots a 3. No good. Rebound to the Maryville Rebels. Pulling it away, Jonathan Woodley. Oak Ridge by 1, 3:49 to play in the game. 48-47. Here's Woodley to the hole. Good. Wildcats trail by 1. 49-48 the score. Quez brings it across the line. 3 minutes, 39 seconds to play. Quez is going to drive all the way to the baseline, kick it out once again to the left side of Grayson Strader. Strader dribbles, drives. No place to go except to Bryson Comer in the corner, back to Quez. Oak Ridge trails by 1. Quez has a 3, and the lead, no good. Rebound, Bryson Comer ripped out of his hands. It's going to be a jump ball, the alternate possession arrow to Maryville. 3:18 to play. Maryville by 1. 49-48. Official comes over to talk to Mapp. I don't know what Mapp's going to decide here. Mapp's going to go to the scores table. All eyes focused on Barry Mapp, talking with the clock keeper. And he thumbs up, signals. And we resume play once again. 49-48 Maryville. 3:18 to play, Rebel basketball. In it comes to Nick Johnson. Down the floor will come the Rebels. Woodley with it, 3:14 to play. Woodley dribbles in, free throw line, kicks it out. That's a big three. No good. Rebound, Bryson Comer. Wildcats push it up to Scott. Brennan Scott to the hole. No good, but he's fouled. Foul call against Matt Clemmer will send Brennan Scott to the free throw line. 49-48, Oak Ridge trailing. 3:02 to play in the ballgame, and Brennan will go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots. That was the 7th team foul called against Maryville. Free throw, good. Tied again, 49-49 the score. What a great ball game we're watching here at Maryville High School tonight. Back to the free throw line, Brendan Scott. Wildcats can take the lead again with this free throw. They do. Shot is good, 50-49. 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Maryville ball against the Oak Ridge press. Yet to get it in, they don't get it in. They have to call a timeout. Or no. Were they allowed the timeout? No, it's going to be a turnover. They did not get it in the 5 seconds allowed, and Barry Mapp gives the ball to Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge basketball up by 1, 50-49, 3:02 to play. Here's the lob, and it comes to Caden Brightheart. Brightheart sets it up once again. Exactly 3 minutes to play and counting. Bryson Comer with the basketball. Back to Brightheart. Brightheart dribbles in. Dribbles the baseline. No place to go except to Bryson Comer. Swings it out, Grayson Strader. Grayson dribbles in, penetrates. Caden for 3, no good. But Quez Thomas has the rebound. Then it's ripped out of his hands by Maryville. Rebel basketball. Wildcats couldn't hold on to it. Maryville's got the ball again. Oak Ridge on top by 1, 50-49, 2:32 to play in the ballgame. Woodley with the basketball, guarded by Quez. Swings the ball to Nick Johnson. Johnson holds the ball, looks to lob, throws the ball down low. Here comes the shot, no good, but a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. They got the lob down low this time. Wildcats are just outsized here. Battling hard, though. It'll be Matt Clemmer at the line. 2:22 to play in the game. 50-49 Oak Ridge. 16 foul called against Oak Ridge. This one is a shooting violation. Clang off the iron, no good. He'll have another one. He can tie it with his free throw. 50-49 Wildcats. Back to the free throw line, big Matt Clemmer. Second toss, good. 50-50. We had a tie, 17-17 after one quarter, and it's been close the whole way. 2:16 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge with the ball. 50-50 our score, 2:12 to play. Bryson Comer, Grayson Strader with it. Thought about shooting, gives it out to Brightheart. Brightheart throws the ball away. Taken away by the Rebels. They shoot a 3 and they knock it down. Big shot by Robbie Eldridge. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 53-50, and the Wildcats will slow it down. Maryville, what a huge 3. Robbie Eldridge, just a tremendous shot there to give them the lead. Minute 47 to play, Grayson Strader. Wildcat basketball. Here comes Caden Brightheart. He should have a layup. He missed it. Easy one. Bunny missed. Big miss there. Here comes Maryville down the floor. They lead by 5. Wildcats trail 55-50. Minute 25 to play. Oak Ridge drives to the hole. Quez shoots. No good. Minute 20 to play and a 5-point game. Maryville headed for their first victory over the Wildcats. Minute 12 to play. The Wildcats need to stop here. Here comes the Rebels. What a big shot. I can't get over that one by Eldridge. He did it with so much confidence. 55-50 to score. Here's another one. This one's no good. Quez with it. 1 minute to play. Down by 5. We need some points. Quality shots. Here's Brightheart to the hole. He missed the layup. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Maryville. The Oak Ridge basketball. Caden has missed some shots here, uncharacteristic of him. Of course, he's having to go against the taller players as the Wildcats will work the ball in, trailing 55-50. Brightheart lobs it into Grayson Strader. The Wildcats need points. Grayson dribbles, no place to go. Back to Bryson Comer, going to take his man strong to the hole. Back to Grayson. Boy, they need this 3. Good! 3-point shot, Grayson Strader. 41 seconds to play, and that was a huge shot by the senior, and the Wildcats trail by 2. 55-53. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back to Maryville in 30 seconds.
19-19.
I mean, look at the scorecard.
Zach, look at this scorecard I have right here. You're gonna see him stand up. Watch. Look, just a normal team. And then watch this. Oh, listen. I mean, look at this. Look how many times I've stretched out their points because they scored so much. If they didn't have 22, 23, it would be.
Welcome back once again to Maryville High School. The Wildcats trailing by 2. What a big shot by Grayson Strader, 55-53. But the Wildcats need now a stop on defense. The next foul that Oak Ridge commits will put them on the 1 and the bonus. Despite me trashing my least favorite official of all time, officiating has had nothing really to do with the outcome of this game. It's just been two teams battling it out really hard down there. You know, I trash the officials a lot, but the game is the way it is because two teams are playing really hard. Maryville's got a size advantage, and that has been really mainly the difference here. The Wildcats got some shooters in. Marcus Peters is in. It'll be Maryville basketball. Wildcats down 2. They fire it in, then it comes to Acard. Acard arrests. Bryson Comer steals it, and he's fouled. Bryson Comer got it away from Alex Acard, and he'll go to the free throw line. He can tie it with the shots. It's still 1 in the bonus, so Bryson's got to knock him down here. 55-53 just a moment ago. It was a 5-point game. 1 in the bonus here for Bryson Comer. Got to knock him down. 38 seconds to play. Here's the shot. No good. Big miss there. Here come the Rebels. Wildcats got to play some defense. They got 1 steal away from them. Can they get another one? Their basketball. Nearly a walk. Wildcats either got a foul. We're down to 26 seconds to play. They work the ball left side. Keep away here. And then a foul is going to be called against Marcus Peters. He fouls Robbie Eldridge. I'm fairly confident his dad was probably the former state championship basketball coach here at Maryville High School. As the Wildcats substitute Grayson in, Bryson out. Bryson had an opportunity there, and Bryson's played great tonight. Can't fault him on missing those shots. But, man, have a couple of those bunnies back would have been nice. Eldridge to the line, 1 in the bonus here. 21 seconds to play. Here's the 1. He has the bonus. 3-point game again. Trying to make it a 2-possession ball game. 21 seconds to play. Maryville in the lead, 56-53. Rebel basketball. Free throw on its way. Good. 2-possession game. Maryville calls a timeout. Wildcats 11-0 coming into this ball game. Maryville trying to knock off Oak Ridge and win their 5th consecutive game in their first game against Oak Ridge in a year, in 2 years actually. I think they won in 2020. Wildcats won in 2021, and they did not play last year. This is for the championship. Whoever wins this game plays Stone Memorial tomorrow at 7:45. And once again, in a moment, the Wildcats will have the basketball, but it is a 2-possession game. 57-53, 21 seconds to play. Appreciate you watching our game on our YouTube stream, Prep Radio, our channel. We're also on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, and Channel 15. 57-53, the Wildcats trailing Maryville by 4. Wildcats saw Maryville call the timeout. We saw a big shot a moment ago by Grayson Strader, but now it's a 2-possession ball game. Rebel fans are fired up about it. Wildcats, this is not a game for the standings here, but it is a pride ball game. Anytime you play a Maryville team, you want to get a win here. Let's see what Oak Ridge can do. Wildcats have got to preserve some time. They got to get some points. Quez has got to get the ball down the floor. Wildcats dribbling right, taking too much time. Dribbling too much. Got to shoot it. Quest, 9 seconds. The Wildcats just taking too much time. They're going to call it travel. Not good offense at all by the Wildcats. Wildcats just took too much time. It's almost as if they had 2 minutes to go, and they were just dribbling and not setting up the play. And the Wildcats are going to lose to Maryville here tonight. And a timeout is asked for. Coach Green's not happy. I mean, that last timeout is asked for. That last sequence there by the Wildcats, and I know you can see how mad Coach Green is. They just did not get into their offense. They did not get into their offense. And fans are starting to file out, but give all the credit in the world to the Maryville Rebels. They have played outstanding basketball here, but that last sequence was just not something the Wildcats are going to remember here very fondly. 57-53 the score, 6.7 seconds to play in the ballgame. The Wildcats, that close to dropping their first ballgame, their first game of the year, and they'll fall to 11-1. The Rebels with a 4-point lead, 6.7 seconds. Wildcats need a steal and a quick bucket. They lob it in. There's nearly a steal. They've got the basketball. Nick Johnson's got it, and he'll run it out, and the final score is posted. The Wildcats have been defeated, and it's pandemonium here at Maryville High School. It really is. They are fired up about it. Good win for the Rebels. They beat Oak Ridge 57-53 in a really, really good basketball game here at the Maryville High School gym. Obviously, we're disappointed as Oak Ridge fans, but I'll tell you, it was one fun ball game to watch here as the Wildcats fall 57-53. So it's not been a great day for the Oak Ridge basketball teams, and because of this issue, I don't know how we're going to broadcast tomorrow. Looking at the girls are going to play at 3 o'clock. The boys are now dropped down into the third place game. That'll be at 5:15 tomorrow. And what a game. 57-53 the score. We'll take a break. We'll run down the stats. We'll talk to Coach Green. We'll do all that following this 3-minute timeout.
Even somebody on my thing commented today and say, thanks for the heads up on the courier. I got my subscription today.
No, like, I don't know why.
So, it was on my
When you sit
Facebook
there, you
page,
want to
so,
prove it.
yeah, I think it's just a joke. I wish y'all would buy it, seriously. Yeah, well, that's true. That's very true. But, okay, go ahead. I got 2 minutes. So, what are you going through it tomorrow? I was just contemplating how I'm going to do that. I don't know yet.
First loss of the season.
I do have a fitness.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good loss, though.
Wasn't like we got blown out or anything.
I do.
What are you supposed to do against two big guys like that?
These
19 and 19. I mean, who does that?
It is funny how they both scored the same.
Second unit down here as well.
I mean, look at this. He scored 5 twos. He's dangerous in the paint is what he is.
But it's like you put him in college, NBA, it's not getting
He's not getting anywhere. No.
They're not that good. It's just when you're towering over everyone, it's not hard.
Oh, yeah. If you're a foot above everybody,
Look towards humans.
I got you. That is out.
Hi, Ben.
Him. So close. You want to mark the final score of
Yeah, you would.
Hampton and Lenore City.
I mean, we really didn't have any big scorers like that. We had 13 was our highest.
I think I just got Snow Memorial.
Who was 13?
Brennan.
Okay.
He got up there with his free throws. He had 5 free throws.
Final score again.
This final score?
Yeah.
And then Bryson hopped up there with his free throws too.
What's the score? What's the final score?
Final?
Marcus was putting away threes. I mean,
Was it 57-53?
yeah.
57-53 Maryville.
And I think he scored all those threes in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 3 for 4 for threes.
Marcus scored all
They
of
took him
his threes in the first.
They just kept him out. I was excited when he came back in.
Who was the game in
No, it's always dry when you could have been undefeated. Like,
Can I use this chair? Thank you, Dan.
This was a tournament, not like an actual.
yeah, exactly.
an away game? Against Maryville? Scott already took the...
Welcome back once again to the Maryville High School gym, where the Wildcats have lost their first ball game of the year, 57-53 the final score. All credit in the world goes to the Maryville Rebels. The Wildcats played hard. Maryville played hard. The size advantage was a big disadvantage for the Wildcats in this ball game. The Wildcats, I think, played well. A couple uncharacteristic missed easy shots down the stretch kind of hurt the Wildcats' chances. An opportunity to tie it at one point at 1-1. Wildcats missed the front end of the 1-1, and Maryville just made plays. But I go back to that three-point shot by Robbie Eldridge. I mean, it was at that point just a 2-point game. He comes down, just nails a three, makes it a 5-point game. The Wildcats were never able to catch up. Ben, you've got the final stats, though, as we wait for Coach Green.
All right, thank you, David. And final scoring stats for the Wildcats, it was Marcus Peters with 3 3-pointers for a total of 9 points. It was Grayson Strader with 2 3-pointers and a shot from the field for 8 points total. It was 4 3-pointers and, 5 free throws and 3 shots from the field for Bryson Comer for a total of 11 points. 5 free throws, 2 3-pointers, and a 2-point shot for Brennan Scott to total up 13 points for Brennan. A shot from the field and 1 3-point shot, and then 3 2-point shots, for Caden Brightheart with a total of 9 points. And final in scoring for Price Davis, 3 points with 1 3-pointer for Price Davis. David?
Thanks a lot, Ben. We're waiting for Coach Green to join us. He's about to make his way up here, and I'm going to let you finish this tweet off here, Ben. And that's me talking there, so erase most of that as Coach Green wanders up here. Head coach of the Wildcats, 57-53. We'll let him take a seat here. From a fan's perspective, fun game to watch. Back and forth, very close, tight. You jumped out to an early lead, but, after they were to catch up, neither team really ever got past a 5-point lead until really there at the end. A couple things come to mind. I'd hate to be the negative guy, but, but there's some things that happen. You missed some bunnies that really hurt you down the stretch. Front end of a 1-and-1, things like that happen. And their size was a really big factor. They just lobbed it down to their big guys. And I thought, you guys can't fault your effort. I think you played hard once again, shot the ball at times. But a couple guys that normally are a little bit more active in your offense didn't have their best nights here. And those things happen. It's basketball. And you lost to really a very good Maryville team who's won now 5 in a row.
Yeah, it was a good game. I was a little frustrated. I mean, we've been in some tight games. It was tied 50-50, just kind of go through kind of our mindset. It was 50-50. They had a free throw, I think, either missed or made us tie game. And I asked our coaches, they had a set that we hadn't really showed yet, that it was kind of a late game set. And I asked them, if we think we should run it, and we ran it. And that's when we just threw it right to him, the other team, David, the other team. With a minute to go in the game. I mean, you can't. I mean, you do that, you're going to lose games usually. So, I know one play, win or lose the game, but, obviously you at least got to get a shot off. It was turning, not only did it turn and threw it to him, the guy pulls up, makes the 3. So it goes from tied, you're with the ball tied with a minute to go, probably may even take the last one, depending on how they're playing it. And they go down 3, So, we got to the rim a lot. I know they were really playing Caden's left hand. We got him he got to the rim several times going right, and I don't know, he got there a bunch and just didn't get any foul. He didn't shoot one free throw tonight. And I thought their length obviously had something to do with that, but again, in tight games like that, you got to take care of the ball late. I thought we did. You can't have defensive lapses. We let 12 go in there at 1 point late. He drives in there and shoots a wide open layup. In a tight game, 23 got loose. He really hurt us down the stretch. We let 22 get going there in the third quarter, and we'd done a pretty good job guarding those guys. And if you lock, if you guard 22 and 23, you probably have a pretty good chance to beat them. And for whatever reason, I have to watch tape on how some of those guys got open. But again, we hold them to 57. You think really probably played pretty good D, but in tight games like that, you can't have those breakdowns.
Early on in the ball game, you got some people off the bench. I think Marcus Peters stepped up. I hit 3 threes, kind of kept you into it. I thought Brennan didn't really have his best game tonight, and you need him. And obviously, Caden, I don't know what his numbers are, but you can see the frustration on his face. Of course, he's aggressive, and he, missed some shots inside. But, what can you say? One series, wasn't that last series that you were talking about, but there at the end, with about 30 seconds to go, you ran. The play was just not pretty at all. I don't know. I don't know.
They went. We actually were prepared. I think it was a 4-point. I don't know. We didn't have to have a 3, so I think we were down 4 with, a minute to go or 45 seconds, and I thought they may go zone, and they did. So we had a zone play drew up, and we had a man play drew up. And as soon as we realized it was zone, they tried to disguise it and put their point guard up here. We had exactly what we had drawn up. We had, had coming off here and had Brendan coming over there off the flare, and he was wide open over there in the wing. And we didn't throw it to him. So I don't know. I mean, again, we hadn't been in those situations, still trying to figure out, who we need to have in there late in games, and we've done a pretty good job finishing games up to this point. We've had some close ones. But you got to be able to execute. I don't know if he'd have made that shot, but, I mean, we didn't do anything close to what we were supposed to do. I mean, he come off and, they ended up calling a travel on Grayson, which was a little bit of a head scratcher. But, again, we didn't execute.
Coach, I won't keep you here much longer. Unfortunately, you're in the third-place ball game, and it's against a team we've already played twice already, Sevier County Smoky Bears. We've beaten them twice, won a close one at their place. Not so close ball game in the second half, especially at our place, and now we're going to play them on a neutral floor, and who knows, maybe we'll play them again the 4th time in the sub-state, maybe. Who knows? But you got the Smoky Bears, and I know you guys have got to be disappointed with their first loss. It's a nice little run, though, 11-0. You can't be disappointed with that start.
No, I mean, and I told the guy, it's frustrating. I'm as competitive as anybody. I know our guys are too. It's just it hurts to lose a game. But really these are learning opportunities. I mean, sometimes, you have to maybe lose one like that to try to, maybe next time we're in that situation, maybe I probably won't call that play where we threw it away again. Maybe have something else drawn up. We got to execute a little bit better. But we were not going to go undefeated the entire year. Maryville's got a very good team. They've won 5 straight. They lost some there early when before 23 got here. I think he's a big part of their team. So it's frustrating. We had some guys not play their best game. And I think that happens. I thought they had a lot to do with it, but. Again, you got to continue to get better. We'll have our hands full tomorrow. It'll be a good opportunity to luckily for them, they get to play tomorrow. We don't have to practice. So we'll turn around, play a good team tomorrow. Obviously, Sevier County, when we played them last time, didn't have number 10, the kid up Tarwater. They were ahead of us at halftime. We ended up stretching it out there late. But we'll have to play well tomorrow. And, unfortunate, we'd love to obviously play in championship games. Stone Memorial's got a really good team. But, again, Maryville's got a quality team. I think they'll contend on that other side, I think. There's a lot of teams over that. William Blunt's undefeated. But again, hey, we just got to continue to get better. Tough loss, a really good game, I'm assuming, and as far as a fan. But we'll hang in there, continue to get better, and hopefully learn from this loss.
Coach, thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, David.
Wildcats have dropped their first ball game, fall to 11-1 on the year. Maryville wins it, I believe it was 57-53. Let's turn this camera around here. Get it off of me there, Zach. Put it back down on the floor. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to broadcast tomorrow. I'll have to think about it. If you follow me on Twitter, DC Cat Voice, we will. I'll let you know. The girls are playing at 3. The guys are playing at 5:15, I believe. Yes, 5:15. So it's almost impossible to do both. We'll see what we can do tomorrow from either Hal Hinner Gym or here at Maryville High School. For Quentin, we appreciate him coming over here, and Zach, and Ben George, and Brian Bennett back at the station. And, Brian, I know I'm not giving you much information here, but I think we'll probably do the girls' game starting at 3 and maybe try to do the boys' game as well. Until tomorrow, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.
And ending.
Yeah. Now end it on the other one too.
I'll end it after I click end. No. Wait. You're supposed to leave it open for a second.
Just a little bit.